Today's project is a 16-horse Galloway.
Yes.
Are you excited about it starting?
Yes.
What do we got going on over here, Steve?
Well, we were trying to pull this thing out, and we tried to give it our best He-Man impression, and failed miserably. So we started looking around, and it's roped in up there. So out of the corner of my eye to the left, look over, I'm like, there's a hand crank here. It's a winch to pull the thing back in the museum. And I was kind of wondering about that because it's downhill right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this thing's gonna be a bear to get back up. It's been working out, you know. So,
Yeah.
wow, we got a winch, man.
This is so cool. They all should have about the same. Yeah, there's plenty. Plenty.
When you fill it up, you want to make sure that you're really, really gentle. Oh, man!
Quite the orifice.
Yeah.
What, 3-4 buckets?
Probably 10.
10 buckets? I'm literally in heaven. Okay guys, so what's the technique? Is it gonna be rip it and grip it, or flip it and stick it, or what's the deal?
I was thinking...
All of the above. That's how I go.
All at once simultaneously?
I was thinking more of dragging it and then kind of give it a little more action, kind of twitch it up a little bit from the bottom, let it sink down. They usually grab it on the fall.
Oh, John brought me gifts. I got some Texas Pete hot sauce. You guys know how much I like food. In case you didn't, I just want you to look at this. That's my belly. I like it. So if you guys haven't seen John's channel, his leather work is incredible, and he also does knives. He sent me the stuff to make a burlwood. Oh, this was oak burlwood, correct?
It was oak.
It's not a crotch,
Red
right?
oak crotch.
Red oak crotch. And he sent me the stuff to make a handle. So now I have a matching knife to that. Oh, it's a razor blade. I have a matching knife to the other knife, and check that out. Tina is amazing. And this is a Russell. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's another Russell.
This is a Russell. And we've got the fishing happening now.
I caught a tree.
You got a tree? Ladies and gentlemen, Colton Mercer, Mercy Oak Smithing. What's up, brother?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Doing good. I see you were on the Alcosa today.
Yeah, it's running great.
Yeah, it's nice, right? That Coke's great, huh? So, super excited to have Colton back down here with us. You know, he lives, what, 2 hours away?
Yeah, around 2 hours.
We're around 2 hours away, and he can't make it down all the time. I wish he lived here. I would hire him in a second, and he'd be here every day with me.
I love it.
Colton's the best blacksmith here. Of all the people that blacksmith, he's the one that has the most honed skills, and he puts a lot of time into fashioning his craft. So I'll put a link in the description to his channel. So did you think, when you were driving down here to hang out with us, that as soon as you got here, I would be telling you that you're going to be forging today?
This is an awesome opportunity. I absolutely did not think once that I might be given this opportunity. So, what a blessing.
Thank you. It was awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, you guys come visit us, this is kind of what happened. That's what this museum is about, hanging out, having fun, and learning. So, I learn every day. That apron even looks good.
Oh yeah, I have to say that is awesome material right there.
It feels good, right? Like the way it hangs on your body, feels natural.
Yeah, those, they picked some really good material, I think, for this. It's just flexible enough. When you move, it's not real heavy. I have to say kudos on that.
Oh, it's exciting, guys. First time forging, first strikes. Very nice. Go back in the heat. What do you think?
Awesome.
It moves, doesn't it? That metal just does what you want it to do. Okay, so let's go through the operations. I'm gonna have Steven walk you guys through the starting operations of it. So what do we have here?
This is our magneto, our igniter. Goes through a little spark plug here. This is how you turn it on. You flip that down. That lets this rod push this little flipper, which in turn flips this magneto and creates a little spark. So to get it started, you cut your fuel on, turn your compression on, or your compression open, turn that little lever down. Then you want to give me a hand? Yeah. And then to start it, all you do is you just spin it by hand. Come up here and close your compression. That's it.
What do you think? Now we have the ability to power things in the museum. I'm so excited about this. I can't believe that this is actually running. Maybe we should try to start some other things today. Stephen Cox is a master, guys.
So it's called a hit and miss motor. That means it doesn't hit every single time like your car engine does. It'll hit, it'll sit there and it'll cycle through, it won't fire, and then when this flywheel assembly starts slowing down, this governor will be thrown out. The governor, like right here, is thrown out. That bar up there drops down and it hits that igniter, so it only hits when it needs to. What keeps it running is the mass of this flywheel. I mean, this is probably 1,000 pounds of flywheel. So as soon as this thing moves this way, you'll see it lift off and you'll see this bar go all the way back. Like right now. So when that bar goes all the way back, it allows this bar to go down. This little end right here will trip the magneto, flips this little mag in here, and it's just kind of like a little electromagnet. We'll send the spark over to your spark plug, and it starts. It's your gives it ignition for the cycle. Your intake valve's right here. It's just a spring. There's actually no rocker arm doing it. It just works on suction. It's a very weak spring. If it wasn't running right now, I could show you. I could stick my thumb in there and actually open it, but I'm not stupid. Not that kind of YouTube. And you got your exhaust valve. But something else, when this thing cycles, you'll see this rocker arm come way high. There. Then it actually hits. Then that's what you're hearing, is you're hearing the exhaust out here. Now if we didn't have this on here, my theory is it would probably sound like a shotgun going off. Because every time the exhaust comes out, it'll pow! So we might do that someday, but not today.
Wait a minute, who's this guy? Is it YouTube on YouTube?
YouTube on YouTube.
What I call YouTube inception.
Taping you.
Oh,
Me.
wait, we're one YouTuber shy. I know there's another YouTuber here somewhere. How are y'all today?
We're good. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese.
I'm back at the mill today with John Caps. Let me adjust it up. So his whole family's out, and we're gonna forge a knife. So what's gonna happen is John and I, John, you've never forged a knife, right?
No, I never have.
Okay.
Never forged anything.
I've done blanks, but I've never done one hardenable. But we have a secret weapon here that can help us out, which is Colton Mercer from Mercy Oak Smithing. And so yeah, we're gonna jump into the forge. We got the Alcosa going, and it's gonna be awesome. So we've got some drill stem sucker rod right here, and we're gonna hot cut off a section about yay big, and we're gonna start from there. And we'll figure out kind of what size knife we want. We may go a little bit bigger than normal because you know, I usually make my other knives I make for kids, and as you can tell, John Caps is not a small man, so we're gonna fit it to his hand.
Man, I have to start watching 11:45. Was it 11?
I didn't get to spend near as much time with you as I wanted to today.
You got a lot going on over here.
It's been crazy. It's been busy, but it's been great. Show me.
Well, I had fun. I got to bang out a knife blade. It's not perfect, but I'll take it home and do some grinding on it.
That's gonna be nice. Okay, guys, if you want to see this knife finished up and forged, you need to go to John Caps' channel. All right, guys, thanks, and stay tuned for more from the good land, and go check out John Caps.